Alright guys, how we doing? So as you see from the title, and obviously based on what happened last week with the last vlog where I said I thought it was over, it is for now. The foot is pretty bad. It's like every morning I'm waking up, for some reason in the last couple of days especially, it's got a bit worse. And then when I'm walking around on it, like I keep on saying, it gets a wee bit better. I think in hindsight, picking up from the last vlog, if you've watched it, was running on it was a really silly idea. Of course it was, you know. But again, I was going to have to try and base it because as of the time of this vlog, the race that I'd be participating in is in 2 weeks' time. And what I kept on saying was to people, if it was a flat terrain and if I was to try and run on a flat terrain, I could probably grin and bear it, probably could, because when I'm out walking and I'm on a flat and my feet's like this, it actually feels not all right, it's sore, but it's bearable, you know. But when I'm out walking with the dog and I've been trying to walk on different terrains, and because of the ultramarathon I was going to be running was an off-trail ultra, so as soon as my foot kind of stands on a stone or a rock or the surface becomes uneven and it kind of tilts that way, the pain will go from like 0 to 100, and I'm not exaggerating. Even when I think about running 8 miles on it, I don't know what the hell I was going through. I was talking to someone yesterday and there was a word that they used that was really good, and there was a level of denial. Like there's a denial that I was injured. It was the same when I detached my bicep. For people who've watched the vlog for a long time, as you know, I completely ruptured my bicep tendon to the point my bicep was up here and I had to get it surgically reattached. And it was the same thing I did with that. It was the exact same thing I did with that, where I didn't go to the hospital for like 8 days. And obviously I was in surgery within a day or so after that, purely because I was in denial that I was actually injured, because I knew what it meant. I knew that I couldn't train, I couldn't do all the stuff I love to do, I couldn't box, couldn't do any of that stuff. So I was like, oh, it's just a strain, it's just a pull, and then just left it. Now, obviously we were saying it's soft tissue damage and stuff like that. You literally with an x-ray don't know if it's like torn or whatever, but I don't know, because this is bad, and the bruisings all came out at the top of my foot as well, where I didn't go over it there, which obviously that can mean multiple things, but the bruising, man, like, it took, what day is it today? As of filming this video right now, this is Friday, but the bruising didn't come out till really yesterday, so that was like 8 days, and then the bruisings really came out, and the foot went a bit swollen again yesterday. Now I'm putting this down to a couple of things. I've not relaxed. I've been really trying to be time on foot as much as I can, which again is doctor's orders, but probably I don't think they knew who they were talking to when they said that. So I still went down on Tuesday and I done the 45 minutes on the cross trainer, the 45 minutes on the stepper. And at the time, my foot wasn't bad, but again, the next day it was really sore. Also went down and done some boxing as well. And I couldn't exactly obviously punch normal, because if you know how to punch properly, you're punching off your feet, you're punching from the floor. You're twisting your hips, you're using your feet, your legs, everything. And I don't know if I've really aggravated it there, because yesterday, Thursday, it was, oh man, like waking up, that was probably the worst it's been since it's happened. So I was like, right, I really need to make the call here, because I'm always putting pressure on myself right now I've done these YouTube videos, I've told everybody I'm going to be doing this ultra on June the 1st and and I've put this kind of pressure on myself where it'd be really silly. Now, if I decided now, right, I'm not going to do this one, it doesn't mean I'm not going to do one. So this is kind of what I'm saying. I'm definitely doing one. I'm doing one this year, all like foot permitting. So I will do an ultra. I'm definitely, I've loved the process and I've learned so much from it. But like, if I had to go and try and do it and I got a DNF, I did not finish. I don't know how mentally I would cope with that, because I know what it reads like, I know what it sounds like. And I know some people might, like I said this before as well, where a lot of people might be looking at me thinking, oh, your foot can't be that bad if you ran on it the Saturday. Like I keep on saying, I've got a high pain threshold, but I don't want to put myself at further risk of really truly damaging this for a much longer period of time, because I have got more goals throughout the rest of this year. So I just think it's probably a very wise thing right now to call it a day on trying to do this one in 2 weeks' time. And then I've been looking at ultras down the line, but I'm trying to not do that, because there's one in quite the immediate futures, and I'm not going to be running for at least try and run. Obviously until the pain's kind of gone, but for at least 2 weeks in my own head. I need to have a timeline like that, and if I'm still sore by that point, I'll probably need to go back to hospital to see further investigation type thing, but I just don't want to put any pressure on myself to make sure that I try and run, because that's all that's in my head. Because even this morning, knowing I was going to kind of pull out and do this video, I was still thinking, no, don't do it, like wait till the morning, try and run on it. And then I'm like, if you were my client and if somebody else was trying to say, stop being so silly, it's fine, there's another race, you know, there'll be more races. So I'm in a friend's gym right now and got a wee session in, change of scenery, I'm getting to use it myself. And internally it's kind of made me, this whole thing has made me kind of look at a lot of other things that I could and should be doing better. So that's what I'm really going to do. Whenever any of my clients or something goes tits up, something goes wrong, they get an injury or whatever, we always say focus on what you can focus on, control the controllables. And it always sounds like a cliche when you say it, but it is really true. That's what you need to do. Like, I've been training for 6 months, and when this first initially happened, I was thinking to myself, what a waste, what a fucking waste. What a waste of 6 months, but it's not true, because even over the last few weeks, when I'm going over my progress and looking over like my training logs and that kind of thing, nutrition, all sorts, there is so much things I was already thinking, right, see when I do one of these again, I'm going to do this differently, I'm going to do that differently, and that's what this is allowing me to do. It's allowing me to pull back and go, right, we can start putting that stuff into place right now. So just over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to focus on different kinds of training, try and focus on like even more work things and that, because I've just been totally detached in another way from work, and to the point where I might start getting into some personal training again. It's not something I was wanting to truly get back into, but the opportunity presents itself for a proper one-on-one. It's something I'm thinking about doing, because people know me, I like to work with people that want success, not just hope that it's going to happen, like they're wanting to work for it, you know. But let's not get sidetracked. And also a massive thank you to Emma and Maggie for buying Frankie's sausages, what he did get this week. Again, just time-wise, scheduling-wise, it's been really hard to set the time aside to go down and actually get him take him to get his sausages. So I've got me sausages, gave him his sausages, and obviously he absolutely loves them. And I make sure I get myself a coffee as well. So it's very much appreciated, guys. And if you want to buy Frank's sausages, want to buy me a coffee, there's a link down below. So yes, guys, there will be the skeptics out there that think I'm just pulling out, that things have got hard and all the rest of it, but I can't tell you how disappointed I am. And if it's all part of the greater plan in some way, then cool. We're definitely going to get it done. We're definitely going to get it done. It just so happens to be that the one that I truly wanted to do, I'll not be able to do it this year. And that is pretty devastating. So where the vlogs kind of go for here from now, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of things I've got planned this year that we're going to really try and tackle, that I'll keep to myself for now. But yeah, temporarily, we're on hold, but we will smash it. We will smash it. So again, guys, if you've watched this right through to the end, thanks for watching. Remember, always try and leave a like, leave a comment. It allows me to be potentially seen a wee bit more on YouTube. And again, very disappointing, but we'll soldier on. This is life. Take your time to digest it, focus on the future, and see where it holds.